Howdy folks, in this video I'm going to show you a problem that I see with a lot of engineering spreadsheets, and it's about dates stored as text. And some of you might be thinking, hey, that's pretty simple, pretty fundamental stuff, but I see it happen again and again and again. So I'm going to show you what that looks like and ways to avoid it in the future. So here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Here we have date and some random value, and when we plot those figures, you can see that the graph x-axis is not correct. The months are scattered, right? So we've got 16th to the 5th, 15th to the 4th, 18th to the 3rd, and so on. So an easy way to fix this is to use the date value function, and the date value function works like this. Insert the date as text, and it will return Excel's date formatted as a date. And now, if I grab the data source and change it to there, now it looks correct. So what does that mean in a real life example? Well, here I have rainfall data on the primary y-axis, and I've plotted it against flow into a treatment plant on the secondary y-axis. So here's the problem that I see again and again with engineering spreadsheets. Say we want to pull in the next year's data, so 2022 data. Somebody sends us a spreadsheet that looks something like this, straight out of SCADA. We copy all the values down and we paste them to the bottom of our data source table. Because it is formatted as a table, the year pulls through and these high flow formulas work, and the rainfall data pulls through as well. The problem is when we go back to the top and have a look at our graph, you can see that once again the x-axis is incorrect. And that's because the dates that we just took from this imported data set are actually text. So they don't have an apostrophe before them, but they are text, which has completely messed up this timeline here. One simple way of getting around this is using our date value function as we did before. So what we need to do here is create a new column. I'm going to call it date corrected. You can call it whatever you like. And we're going to have to be a bit smarter here. We can't simply use the date value function on these existing dates because they already are formatted as a date. So we're going to have to be a little bit smarter here. So we're going to wrap it in an if statement, and we're going to say if is text and take this value, which it's not text, it's a date. So therefore, if it's true, we want to use the date value function there. And if it's false, we want to take the value itself. There you are. And there we go. Now, all we need to do is go to the existing graph and change the source of the data, not from the date that we're adding in, but this corrected date. So let's do it for both series. And there you go. Now our timeline is back to normal. So there you have it. That's how I deal with dates formatted as text. Like everything in Excel, there is always more than one way to do things. You could use Power Query, or you could use text to columns, or a multitude of other options. However, I find that this is easy because you set up the formula once, and then if anyone else wants to use it, you can pull that data in very easily. It'd be a little bit different if it was your worksheet only and you were the only one dealing with it, but in this instance, it makes it simple for everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you think that any other engineers would get value out of this, please share it with them or tag them or comment, whatever you want to do. I want to help as many engineers as possible with Excel. Thank you.